Hi, everyone. Thanks for coming back to 1L Brief Research Roadmap. We are on the third part of our Accelerate Your Path to Analysis and Writing and Oral Argument Prep with Westlaw Deep Research, Litigation Document Analyzer, Keysight, and CoCounsel Legal. We are now on the investigate portion of our roadmap, and this section will cover IRAC analysis and deposition questions in CoCounsel Legal. So we are going to investigate our trip. We are going to really do a deep dive into hotels, the maps. We are going to look at the sites that we're going to visit, the restaurants we're going to hit up, and we really want to map out exactly what we are going to use throughout the trip that we're going to be on. So that is investigate. So we're going to use IRAC analysis and deposition questions to really dig a little bit deeper into our research and see what else we need to use to plan on this trip. So let's get started. So I've hopped into Westlaw Advantage, and we are now going to move into CoCounsel. You can access CoCounsel from a couple of places if you are inside of Westlaw Advantage. You can also access CoCounsel from the homepage if you want to start with CoCounsel, but we've been doing some work within Westlaw Advantage, and now I want to move into CoCounsel. You'll notice two spots right here on the screen. If I click on the little vertical ellipsis, I can see the chat box here. I can open that up as well. I can put that back down. One option that I do like is to open up the entire screen for myself where it says open in CoCounsel. I can also do that up at the top. It can open up in chat, or I can use the vertical ellipsis to open it up completely on the screen in CoCounsel as well. Again, this is a preference. I personally, needing glasses and just wanting to see everything on my screen, I like seeing the whole screen myself. And so I've opened up the entire CoCounsel screen for myself. So one of the things that I wanted to highlight for you here is the library. So I'm going to first open up a new chat. So I've actually run a few chats here, but I'm going to go back to the beginning and click where it says new and go to the main page. If you click where it says library in the chat box, what's going to open is a catalog of workflows, task flows, things that you may need to do as a law student, as a practicing attorney, as a summer associate, again, maybe as a law review or journal member, moot court team, clinic, student. And so there are 218 current options here in the library. So it can be a little overwhelming initially to look at. You can sort alphabetically by the most recent updates, the ones you've most recently used. You can also save favorites. So once you start using the library, you can start tagging and adding options into your favorites. So if I tag where it says favorites, you can see that I've saved some of the ones that I use a lot, that I enjoy highlighting for students that I think would be really helpful. So just to add any to your favorites to make it easy access, just click on the little star and it would then add it into your favorites. And now you can see that I have accident event timeline added into my favorites. To unfavorited, just click back on the star and it'll take it out of my favorite. So that is a really easy way to keep track of those workflows that you enjoy using or that you have found beneficial and that you know are tried and true tools that you want to continue using. So CoCounsel works with documents that you upload into CoCounsel. So it is very important for you to have information ready to upload into CoCounsel. So once you make a selection in the library of a workflow that you want to do, you would upload your documents and then ask a question. So you can see that I have a few chats here, and there are two that I am focusing on in this portion of Investigate. The first is the option called IRAC analysis, which is essentially what is, creating an analysis in the style of issue, rule, application, and conclusion for every issue of the cases that you've uploaded. So I've uploaded VOS Selections Inc., VUS. It was one of the documents that I highlighted in one of the previous videos that hopefully you've watched. If you haven't, go back and watch section B for brainstorm, or R for review. And so I've uploaded VOS. And so I just said, essentially create an analysis for me in IRAC format. And so it broke down this case for me in IRAC form, issue by issue, going through and easily letting me scan this to see if this case is important, why is it important, how can it help me? And so it just is really a nice way to break this document down in an easy to see format. And I can also see it in sort of an Excel form right here on the screen for me. The jurisdiction, standing, political question, other questions, regulating, importation, and I can see that all right here. I can download it at the top of the screen. I'm going to open that up. I can download into a Word document or into an Excel sheet, again, whatever your preference is. So that is IRAC analysis. You can upload multiple cases or just one case at a time. Personally, I like one case at a time so I can get a nice document that I can easily look through. And then if I want to upload another one, I just start a new chat with a new document. You can see here that I renamed the chat so I would remember what case this was, so I could easily rename a chat if I do a new case. You can see up here, I have an IRAC analysis of the Civ Pro case, Schaefer versus Heitner. And so you can keep track of your documents that way. So that is one other tool that you can use to break down, dig deep, see all of those issues, see them broken down. How did the court apply the law to those facts? What was the conclusion? What was the holding? And be able to really see that. What I also love about this is also great to kind of wrap up your appellate brief, but also, again, another tool to help you with oral arguments. The next tool in the library are deposition questions. Now, I'm moving kind of towards the end of your work here. You still have to get to, analyzing, doing your appellate brief, formatting things, but it's never too soon to start thinking about what happens after you turn in your brief. And those are oral arguments. And so deposition questions, which is one of the workflows in the library, I simply uploaded a case, again, VOS Selections, VUS, and there was a pre-prompt, and I just asked it to generate deposition questions related to this case, focusing on, does the authority to regulate importation under the IEEPA authorize the president to impose the challenge worldwide and retaliatory tariffs? And so it broke this case down into specific topics or issues, and then gave me potential questions that could be asked issue by issue. And so this is definitely a way to help you prepare, one, for questions that you may be asked, but also you can upload opposing counsel's documents, those cases that they are, that they are going to strongly use, so you can maybe anticipate the questions that they may be asked so that you can try to prepare counter arguments to those questions or those answers. So again, these are just two under Investigate to allow you to dig a little bit deeper, kind of get into that meat and find out those things that you really, really want to use and hold on to that you feel like are your strongest arguments, the strongest cases for your particular arguments. And so that is deposition questions and IRAC analysis. You can find those in the library. So if I just simply type IRAC analysis comes up. I can click on that option and upload a case now to do a new version. I can also go back to do new chat and start completely over, click back on the library. And if I wanted to do deposition, whoops, need to spell that correctly, deposition, it will give me all of the options for deposition question generation. Now, I have my favorite still filtered, so I'm going to untag that because there are actually more options. So I just typed in deposition, and you can see all of the different deposition question options on weakness analysis. So again, that's like what I was saying. You want to find your opponent's weaknesses. So this might be a great option for you. If you have a gender discrimination issue, a hostile work environment, an insurance bad faith. So again, lots of different options here for you to get started. And I did want to stress there are 218 workflows here, so there are always something new coming. And I could click at the top where it says sort by and tag last updated to see what are the new options in the library. So those are your options for investigate in the roadmap for your brief research and getting to your end destination. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out, but thanks so much and best of luck on your appellate brief.